Alright everybody, welcome back to Retrothon 2022. I'm RetrophileTV. Welcome to Witch and Wiz. That Demon Sword run was really brutal. That RNG was really awful. So let's just throw RNG completely out the window and do something completely different. This is, I'm actually really glad to say this, but this is Witch and Wiz's debut at any sort of speedrunning marathon. And I'm really honored and privileged to be the one to do it. And I hope you guys enjoy those. This is a very cozy run. Estimate for this one is 20 minutes. And that is actually roughly the developer speedrun time. This was developed by Matt Hewson. This has been around. This has been in development for many years. It was a Pico game, I believe, for a little while there, and was part of the NES Dev competition, and has now been released. Basically, a limited run had cartridges last year for it, but you can grab this game over on itch.io. The developer is super cool, really big supporter of homebrew that's out there. But this is a new NES game that was released in 2021, and I do not think this is an overstatement to say that this is one of the best, if not the best, puzzle game on the NES. Sorry, Tetris players. It's really good, and I think you guys are really going to enjoy it. My casual playthrough of this game was about 3.5 hours, with no spoilers, just going through it. It is over 60 plus puzzles with a bunch of fun gimmicks, which you guys will see as we go throughout it. Some good tunes, some very nice sprites, but we're gonna slaughter this today. We're gonna do it in under 20 minutes, and I hope you guys really enjoy it. So here we go. We're gonna go ahead and get it started, and I'll check what my in-game time is at the end of it. I did a run yesterday. It was 15-minute in-game time. But here we go, in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, we got out of bed. Good stuff. So welcome to Witch and Wiz. Enjoy this opening bop. We're going out to explore the forest. You're in the prologue. The prologue should take us about 2 minutes in total, which is pretty interesting considering that the run is, you know, about 17 minutes long, if we do things well enough. The game is absolutely delightful. But the thing is, though, we're going a little too far out into the woods here. Also, this cricket sound is fantastic for NES. And we find ourselves an old shack, and we go and explore it, and find a mysterious orb inside. And unfortunately, the Wiz that we're playing as, the young child there, gets taken and sealed. So, now the deep lore is 5 years later. We are now playing as the witch, and we are now strong enough to go back out there. And you can see now we're back in the beginning. Things are dilapidated. It's got that ominous vibe. You see that the game is actually teaching you, oddly enough, in the beginning here, how to climb ladders, what to do. Teaches you about cobwebs, that you can walk on top of them, but also walk through them, very important. And we go back to that dilapidated shack once again. But now things are slightly different. There's a ladder leading down. And it's gonna get fast and furious here, folks. Here we go. Chapter 1. Our goal here is to solve puzzles. There is no RNG. It is all execution. And my goal here is to beat it in under 20 minutes. The first 2 chapters are probably the longest in the game. These are the most straightforward. These are, you know, traditional puzzle style, moving blocks, all that good stuff. This one's difficult to do well. You can rewind all of your moves, and you can also reset levels quickly, so this is actually very speedrun friendly. You can see we got timers at the top. You can actually go back and practice each individual level if you want to. The game has a built-in stage select, so it's really, really handy to do its thing and to learn. I'm gonna try to keep this as smooth as possible. What I'm trying to do, one of the main things to do is buffering inputs. And there's some tight execution on this, and there's also some fun speed trickery you guys will see later in the run. We can do with some frame perfect tricks, because you know this is a speed run and all. I know it's a lot to take in here. We're moving boxes, moving stuff. The run itself, I think actually looks really impressive, especially if you play the game and then come back to it. There's some really cool things that are here, and the game will just continue to impress you. I promise you. And even if you see the run today, I don't think this will spoil your experience playing the game casually. You're going to come back to you're not going to remember all the solutions. But again, Chapter 1 and 2 are really straightforward with how they approach things, and then the real fancy gimmicks start coming in around Chapter 3. These will take a little bit of time to get through, but you'll see. It's what you think you understand about the game. You don't. Everything you know is wrong. To quote Marble Madness. But I love the design. I love the sprite work in this one. The puzzles are so well put together. And it kept coming back to this. I picked it up, and I enjoyed the game so much casually. And then a friend of mine started playing it for the 12-hour challenge. And I was like, you know what? I kind of wonder what a speedrun for this would be like. And Karma Dragoness... That's the end of Chapter 1. Here's Chapter 2. Karma Dragoness was the world record holder at the time. And I came in, and I improved the world record twice now. I have it down to a 16:19. It was originally a 16:4x. And that run is still not perfect by any means. Still time to be saved. Yeah, but you're going to enjoy these jams, though. This is a pretty long puzzle, so you can really enjoy it. But again, you can grab this game on itch.io. It's out there. I think this has also been added to Antstream Arcade as well, if you guys use that service. This is actually a remix of a Chapter 1 puzzle. Same exact solution, just split in half. You can see that we got gimmicks. We got gimmicks. And the gimmicks just keep getting better and better as we go. This is probably the longest puzzle in the game. Small mistake there, that's okay. Okay, all said and done. Let's move on to this one. I really like the designs of these puzzles. They're fun, but they're definitely a lot larger compared to some of the ones you guys will see, and they're gonna go quick. Once we're out of here, we're gonna be off to the races. Okay, this is the last puzzle of Chapter 2. We got everything in place to build out our bridge. You can walk over top of enemies' heads, which you guys have seen kind of throughout. You move some blocks, and you'll see that those mechanics in place for most of it. And that is Chapter 2. Okay, these transitional scenes kind of give you hints as to what's coming. This is my favorite track in the game. You guys won't even hear most of it. We now have access to the A button, which in this one reverses gravity for us. And we have frame perfect tricks now there. I did 2 actions at once by pressing the action button and a direction on the same frame, and you can cut down. That was 3 of them all in a row right there to cut that down quickly, and you can do some fun things with that. Here we go. There's one. There's another one. Okay, this is a fairly long one to get through. This has some fun trickery where we can use that ability. There we go. We skip the stone falling down. But enjoy the jam. And very nice. Okay, this is probably one of the most complex and difficult puzzles casually. This one's also pretty difficult to execute. At least quickly. And we basically got it. That's really fast. Oops. We just rewind that one move. Got that. Very nice. Okay, this one I do kind of on a slow, safe way, because if you don't get the inputs just right, it can be a mess. And I think this is our second last level. It is. Okay, this is the last one now. We're not even going to touch the upper part of the stage for the solution. And we are done with Chapter 3. Welcome to Chapter 4. Where you control both at once. You have like kind of a reflection or a shadow that you work with. When done optimally, this entire chapter can be done in under a minute. Okay, here's a solution that I developed to basically remove the other shadow entirely. The world record uses something similar, but we've improved it slightly to make it quicker. And here we go. That chapter's done. On to Chapter 5. Like I said, fast and furious after we got out of Chapter 1 and 2. This one, we were able to flip-flop the screen by pressing A. It kind of rotates in the middle there. That was a frame-perfect trick to bring the block down below with us and not have to worry about that. We're going to see that a couple of times. We're hitting the gas pedal now, folks. Okay, this one's a little more on the linear side to kind of show you what we're doing. We're climbing things up, doing our thing. It's a really fun game. I really can't do it justice unless you try it yourself. And the variance in the puzzles is just super cool. Okay, we're gonna have a fun trick with this where we're actually going to clip into that block on the right. We missed it, so we're gonna try that again. Got it. This one gave me a lot of trouble casually. I mean, I'm breezing through this stuff now, but I will say that these are mind benders. They take a while to get through. Okay, this one, if done well, looks really good. There we go. Yeah, we just ended up saving some time. This is not the intended solution by any means, but we're through it, and we're on to Chapter 6. This is the Super Mario Bros. 2 key stage. We're able to pick up this key, Super Mario Bros. 2 style, and carry it with us, and unlock the doors as we go. These are kind of tutorial stages to show you how the key works before we actually get into it. And this one will have some fun tech using that frame perfect trick we've been using. Okay, now the first real level. Gonna climb up this mountain of ladders. This one's a jam too. All the music in this game is fantastic. Okay, here we go. Screen wrap. Because it's a legit speed game. And we did a frame perfect trick by hitting left and the action button on the same frame where we had the key. And the game really didn't know where to put us, so it just screen wrapped us around. We were able to take care of that bat super quickly. This puzzle right here broke my brain for about 30 minutes when I played it casually. And it's a murderer, to say the least. This one's really, really difficult. But, you know, now that you know the solution, it's not so bad. But it's so expertly well done and well crafted. This is a remix stage from the first chapter, but now we have a key over here. And on to what I believe the developer said what he believes is the most difficult stage. This is the last one of chapter 6. And we're out of there. We have now saved our friend. Chapter 7. We got the quick switch. So the gimmick here is we can actively switch between the two to solve the puzzles. Take a nice little brisk walk here. Some nice little optimizations there to do moves using the other person and be able to actually drop them down. Got a nice quick switch there, very good. Okay, the last puzzle of the game, effectively. This is the last large level. Take a walk here to clear these all out and get things ready to go. And switch over, take care of this, go for a little walk. And now we make our escape. But there's a final boss. 5 puzzles to get out that are tightly timed. Yeah, there's good music too at the end. Let's see if we can get this this trick. Hey, floating key, let's go. And the last one, time is on collecting the last enemy. Time. Yo, we got a 16! 1657, let's go! What a run! That's awesome. I was really hoping to get a 16 during the marathon. Yo! So that is within 10 seconds of the previous world record. For what it's worth. And I love this. I love the ending where it shows you all the enemies. They walk through all the different levels they've gone through. We're gonna take a look and see what the in-game time was. What a run! Holy! Again, folks, this is Witch and Wiz. This is made by Matt Hewson. Shout outs to him and the whole NES homebrew community that's out there. People are doing amazing things. I mean, we play all these classic games that we grew up with, but people are making new classics. And I highly recommend people check out the homebrew scene. Lots of really cool stuff that's out there. I mean, without the homebrew scene, we wouldn't have the Great Gatsby, that we just had Kumakan run through as well. And there's a ton of other things that are out there. So please definitely take some time, check out and also support the homebrew community. You can pick this up over on itch.io. The end. There it is. Let's see what our in-game time was. And when you beat the game, the title screen, you get this like nice little color effect on the Witch, and that is a 15:05 in-game time on that one. Not a 14, unfortunately, but hey, we'll take it. Thank you very much, guys. That is my last run for Retrothon 2022 on RetrophileTV. If you like what I do, please give me a follow. And I'm really glad to have been able to be a part of it this year. Lots of fun doing the run. Sorry that the Demon Sword run wasn't really up to snuff, but hey, that's how RNG goes. But go check this out, guys. Coming up next, we got Dashana doing Booble. That's another homebrew game from Morph Cat Games. Again, we're talking shout outs to the homebrew community that's out there, the NES dev scene. Much love to you all, guys. I will see you hopefully next year on Retrothon 2023, but still plenty to check out this year. You guys have a good rest of your day, and thanks for hanging out. See you guys.